Hi everybody, this is Steve Grizzetti, co-founder of MoviePix.com and author of the MoviePix.com Guide to Adobe Photoshop Elements, and here we are in Photoshop Elements in part 7 of our 8-part basic training for Adobe Photoshop Elements. Now, throughout most of this course, we've been working in Expert View. We played around a little bit in Quick View, but you'll notice the tab up at the top in the center is labeled Guided, and if we click on that, we actually open a library of guided edits. Guided edits are walkthroughs, some of them for very simple tasks, some for very advanced, some for creating fun edits and special effects, and even photo merges here. Adobe has built this library out so much that it's actually built in a search box in version 2023. So if I click on that, I can actually search for a particular walkthrough or guided edit, or even type a subject in here and it will help guide me to an edit. So that's very, very helpful. Now, some of these guided edits are fairly simple, like adding brightness and contrast or correcting skin tone. But a great many of these are very, very helpful because what they actually do is gather tools from throughout the program and put several tools in one workspace. And that can make it very easy to do a given task. So for instance, if I go under Special Edits, there is an edit here called Perfect Portrait. And if I click on Perfect Portrait, you notice that it identifies the faces in the picture. It doesn't identify these guys because they're blurred, but it identifies a face in the picture or as many faces as appear. And then it gives us tools from throughout the program for improving the look of that face. Isn't that great? So this person is a little bit wrinkled. We can smooth out his wrinkles just by clicking on Smooth Skin. The program will analyze the picture and it softens the focus, but notice that the focus remains still very crisp around the eyes and the mouth, but the skin itself, well, it looks much softer, much less wrinkled. In fact, I can switch this to before and after, and we can actually see the difference between where it was and where the program took it. Now that's one tool that you would find under the Enhance menu, but we could look all over the program to find all the tools for enhancing faces or portraits. But as I say here in the guided edit, all of these tools have been combined in one workspace. Let's switch back to just the after only view. We can increase contrast, and that will sharpen the picture a little bit without adding the wrinkles back. I'm going to skip features for now. We'll come back to that. We can remove blemishes, and this will get rid of spots or scabs or blemishes in the picture. We can whiten teeth, in which case we actually select the teeth area, and the program would automatically bleach them or pull back the color on the teeth. If this person's eyes were closed, there's a tool here for opening the eyes or making the eyes appear to be open, or borrowing eyes from another picture and making his eyes appear to be open. We can brighten the eyes, darken the eyebrows, which is always very nice. We'll brighten the eyes here, make them look a little more youthful, and we'll darken the eyebrows and maybe even darken the hair a little bit. Very nice. Now let's go back up here to Features, because Features is a workspace all its own. Look at this. When I click on Features, here we can do things like add a smile where there is none just by moving this slider. Look at that. Isn't that something? We can increase the height of the mouth, the width of the mouth, the size of the upper lip or lower lip. We can select under eyes the height of the eyes, the width of the eyes, the size of the eyes. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? All these things that you can do to kind of cheat the picture a little bit. You don't want to do it too much. We don't want the person to be unrecognizable, but we do want to make them look really good, right? We can select under nose the width of his nose. We can narrow his nose a little bit. Grab the face shape. We can increase his jawline. Bring down his chin a little bit. Now he's starting to look like Paul Newman. Isn't that something? And then under face tilt, look at this. We can not only change the angle of his head, make his head just angle a little bit left or right with this tool, but we can actually make him look more left and right in 3 dimensions. That's kind of creepy to me. And even make him look up and down. So we've got a darn good looking picture here. We'll click OK and go back into the Perfect Portrait workspace. Here we are. And again, let's take a look at before and after again. Isn't that something? All right, let's go back to after only. So we've got a really good looking picture here now. And we can also slim his face. Isn't that something? We can actually have him lose a few pounds by clicking on this button. And we make him look even leaner. And this Add Glow, I rarely use this. I'll click on it to show you what it looks like. It's a little bit like smearing Vaseline on the lens of a camera. And it makes it look a little artificial to me, but that's an option if you'd like to do that. I'm going to cancel that one. But otherwise, we've got a really nice looking picture here. Again, before and after. Some nice enhancements. And all these tools are nice and conveniently gathered for us here in this guided edit. Very nice. I'll click Next. And here in our final step, we can select what we want to do with the picture at this point. We can either send it over and continue editing it in Expert View, or we can send it on and have it printed out professionally by Fujifilm, or upload it to Flickr or Twitter. Now we've cheated the picture a little bit, but we certainly have enhanced it also and taken a not very flattering picture of this man and actually made him look very handsome. Guided edits are a library definitely worth exploring. Like I say, close to 50 guided edits. Maybe there are more at this point in Photoshop Elements, and you can do all kinds of really great stuff in there. Worth exploring, absolutely.